Hi, my name is Carolyn Doust. I'm going to discuss a study I did with my colleague Sawako Suzuki, and our study is called Public Montessori Elementary, 3 Models of Implementation. We surveyed 444 public elementary Montessori teachers about their practices, both those that are associated with traditional Montessori elementary education and some public school practices. We also asked them some demographic questions. We did a cluster analysis to see if we could group the teachers into meaningful groups, and what we found was that we could. We ended up with 3 different subgroups. One I labeled Modified because they implemented practices that were kind of more consistent with public education than Montessori. They were more likely to assign seats, use textbooks, choose work for children, and significantly less likely to report doing practices associated with high fidelity Montessori programs, like a 3-hour work period, telling the grades lessons, having mixed age grouping across a 3-year span. That was one group. The other group was the flip-flop of this one. This one was very authentic. They just didn't do the public school practices, and they were much more likely to report doing practices that are associated with high-quality, authentic Montessori practices. So I called this group authentic. Fortunately, this was about half of our sample. There also was a group, 28% of our sample, which was kind of in between. The interesting thing was when you looked at the demographic variables, many weren't significant, like the age or gender of the teacher, but what was significant were some factors that would be predicted to support authentic Montessori practice. So having a Montessori credential, teaching in a charter school, having an administrator with a Montessori credential, and having children who had been in Montessori early childhood education. So that was one of the most interesting findings of the study. My conclusion is we need to recruit more Montessori trained teachers to become administrators of these schools, and we also need to find a way to help people to get both the public credential and the Montessori credential at the same time. Right, thank you.